Well, hello there. Today we're playing a game called Space Rock Breaker. And I'm just gonna adjust my volume real quick. It's pretty interesting. It's got this CRT vibe that a lot of incremental games have on their video settings. I prefer, let's just remove that. Run while minimize, full screen, VSync, sure. Let's lower the global volume by a touch. And then let's go back, start a new game. What are we doing? Okay. Whoops. Let's try again. New expedition. Ah, okay. So I don't control the aim. I control my spacecraft. And it just auto fires. Okay. Fuel cells depleted. Begin ore processing. What is this? What are we doing? Looks like we need gold for this one. Increase damage of all guns by 1. Nothing to do here right now. Let's just farm up. Get some gold maybe. Okay. Ah, I need to grab it. Okay. I thought the rock fragment was something to be concerned about, but I actually need to grab it. So I have 2 space rocks. There we go. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I get those rocks to kind of drop them in here and then potentially get... I imagine that these will have variations. There'll be a ×3 and maybe a ×5. Now we got $2. Increases the damage of all guns by +1. Okay. There's 3 levels to it. Fuel capacity per level ×1 to a random score zone multiplier. Plus ×1. Okay, so instead of ×1 over here, probably means ×2. Adds an additional gun to your ship. That's pretty expensive. I think fuel capacity right now is our bottleneck. Fuel capacity would allow us to stay in the fight longer. Oh no, I wasn't able to get it. Drops in, and they will naturally drop here. Okay. So that's just $3. More damage or more fuel? I think more damage. And we can get more fuel this one. Base ship speed. Not a concern right now. Base ship speed. I think increasing our fuel capacity and firepower might be the start. Okay, there we go. We're now one-shotting the... But we can't run into the asteroids? Meteors? Okay. 4 space stones. Okay, $4. Damage, I think we're okay. Fuel capacity, I think it's going to be useful so we can farm more. Okay, that's maxed out. ×2 plus 1 times to random score zones. Base ship speed. Let's go with this one because you have the gold for it. I think it would have been helpful if there was an initial kind of mini tutorial, even if it wasn't a lot. But anyway, we figured it out. We're here. Okay, there's the random. Oh, it's just 1. 1 has increased to ×2. Everything else is still ×1. Did say random, so. Speed. 20% chance to drop +1 ore. I think getting some speed, getting some extra speed here would be helpful. 50% asteroid spawn rate. It's not yet an issue. Not yet the limiting factor. Fuel capacity, okay. Okay. Oh wow, the speed is real. Some tougher asteroids now. We're not one-shotting them anymore, so I think some damage here might be necessary. I'm not sure if... I don't know how you guys play, but when it comes to incremental games, I think about the bottleneck. So initially the bottleneck was fuel. We did go with damage. 50% asteroid spawn rate. This is not yet the bottleneck, the number of asteroids. Damage, okay. That's been maxed out. I think I'm gonna go here. You maxed it. Okay. Might as well since we had the dollars for it. So I try to think in terms of limiting factor or bottleneck. What is limiting us from getting the most out of each session? Given that there will be a limit somewhere. We just have to decide which limits are within our control and then focus on that. Okay, we got 10 now. Oh, all 3 of these over here went ×2. What are the odds? I believe those are supposed to be random. But wow, all 3 of them over here. Let's see. What's our current bottleneck? Adds an additional gun to your ship. That might be a bit far off. Percentage, I'm not sure if we can... If we had more asteroids... Okay, and then we have gold for that. 2,000? This one is 300. 10% to spawn a space mine in place of an asteroid. Explosive damage to nearby asteroids. Oh, okay, that one's interesting. Maybe in a bit. Okay. Nice. Got 2. Ooh, okay. 2 in a row. I mean, 20% chance is 20% chance. 16 now. 16 rocks processed into gold. Dollars, specifically. Now we have 22. Okay. Let's see. Those are maxed. That one's still a bit far off. 5% chance to drop. Do I want to spend it there, or do I just want... I think I want to wait for the twin cannons. Let's just farm up for the twin cannons for now. Would help us clear asteroids faster. Oh no, okay. Oh well, we weren't able to gather the rest. But can I just leave them to do their thing? Oh yeah, while I look at over here. I thought I always had to be on the screen there. I don't think we'll get to 50. So I guess we'll begin an expedition again. Okay. Got 2 over there. Hmm. Oh wow, how does it miss? Seems to, the auto firing. I guess if the asteroids move too fast. Oop. FPS drop there. See if you can make it to 50. We'll probably need another run. Ooh, a ×2. Okay. Very close. Yeah, we'll need another run. Let's just wait for it. Save up. Warp drive. I wonder what warp drive means. Okay, we should be at 50 now. 48. All right. Twin cannons, let's go. Next one. Increase fuel by 5. Yeah, I think so. I certainly think so. Oh, there we go. You can still miss, which is interesting. That means it's not an auto target per se. Okay. Now we have 15. Wait, this maxed out? Yeah. Okay. Fuel reserves. Speed. I think more fuel. Oh, okay. And we still have attack speed of all guns by 20%. Nice. Oh no, no. I wonder how the game thinks about using 2 guns on 1 asteroid versus using 1 gun per asteroid and splitting your damage. This small box here reminds me of Tetris. Yeah, the way things drop. That's been maxed out. 10% chance to fire a missile every time an asteroid is destroyed. Okay. Do I really need that right now? Probably not. Increases speed by 100%. Is speed a bottleneck right now? Okay. Receive a bonus payment of $50 every time you fulfill a quota. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. We've been able to fulfill the quota, I think. So Oh, imagine your kid going to school and in class the teacher asks, "What do your parents do?" And then your kid says, "My dad mines asteroids for a living." He what? The teacher would be like, "Sorry, what? What does your dad do?" Hmm. There was a, not sure if the FPS drop was visible there, but it did. Okay, that'll give us a bit more consistent. This one, the quota bonus is will give us a bit more consistent income because we've been able to consistently meet the quota. So, and then gold drop, sure. This one is interesting. 10% chance to fire a missile every time an asteroid is destroyed. It's only a 10% chance. 10% chance. 5% chance. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Gold. First gold nugget. Ooh, second almost immediately. Oh wow. Missed twice. Okay, we've hit quota, which is nice. Plus 50 $50. Okay. So we have plus 56, not counting. I wonder how much these gold nuggets or ores, what are they called? The game doesn't the game doesn't tell you, but I imagine they'll be, there we go. One gold nugget or ore is 50. Wow. Okay. Okay. This one is interesting. Unlocks the ability to warp to a new sector once the quota has been met. Asteroids in higher sectors drop more ore, but are harder to destroy. Makes sense. I think we'll stave off of that for now. I want to get to space mines and mining laser. We'll see. Wow. Okay. These upgrades, I really feel them this time. There's a missile. Ooh, gold nuggets. I wonder what these are really called. Stones? Ores? Okay. Now we're starting to see a bottleneck of the meteors themselves. There's the FPS drop again. What is it called? Asteroids ore. Okay. Gold ore. Gotcha. Gold ore. There it is. Ooh, times two. Oh, nice. We got the times two. We're very close to... since we're hitting the bottleneck for the number of asteroids, I think we need to try warp drive here. Iron asteroids will spawn starting from sector 1. Iron has a base value of 5. Gain plus 1 missile damage per level. Missile damage. Gain plus 1 fuel each time an asteroid is destroyed. This one is interesting. If we keep clearing, we could technically regain some fuel back. I'm going to try iron ore for now. Okay, and then the missile. Interesting upgrades over here. I'm liking this game so far. Missile, nice. Gold. Gold ore. More ores, please. But if we had more asteroids, hold space for the next sector. Okay, let's try it. Sector 1 rare. Oh, looks like there's a random aspect to this. Yeah, these are way tougher. Plus 50% asteroid spawn rate. Hmm. We didn't get to 150. That's okay. Asteroid spawn rate has started to become a bottleneck. We'll see. But when we get to the next sector, though, those are tougher. We're only able to unlock the next sector once we've met quota here. Gold ore. Let's do it. Okay. So that's warp drive. Common. All right. A key. So it would seem to suggest that depending on how the rarity of the sector that you visit will determine the quality of the rewards you receive. Let's check out loot boxes. We got a key for one. I choose one. What is upgrades the rarity of one random plinko peg? Oh, okay. The processing area increases the multiplier of one random score zone by +1. Or hitting an upgrade peg yields time to value per peg rarity. Oh, I can't click any of them? What does this mean, though? Everything's been... Oh, I get everything. Cool. I thought I had to choose one. I'll take it. I'll take those. Let's see. I think gaining fuel would be interesting, and then damage. And let's try it again. I'm liking the progression of this game. It doesn't feel too slow or too fast. Just feels you feel each upgrade. Oh, hold space for shoot. Legendary. Okay. Oh wow. These are tough. Okay. Loot box. Let's go. Got a key. 2 keys. Oh, I didn't get to the gold ore in time. Oh well. Let's open the loot box. We have 2. Looks like we get everything, which is fine. I'll take those. More plinko. Increases the multiplier of a random score zone by +3. Okay. It even tells you, so this one has been upgraded. It's blue now. And these are ×3, ×3. This one has a ×4. 10% chance to spawn a space mine in place of an asteroid. Space mines. This one is interesting. Copper asteroids will spawn starting from Sector 2. Copper has a base value of maybe later. 25% chance to refuel completely on warp. Wow. That's nice, but not sure if we need that right now. Attack speed and then damage. So we can clear the second sector. Sure. I want to focus on this area. Feels pretty good. And then as soon as we can warp, we'll warp. Ooh. There. Oh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gold. Two gold ores. Okay. Time to warp speed. Common sector. There's a key. Yes, sir. We take those. So those box thingies. What's this one? That's a new ore. Let's open the boxes. They will upgrade, or hitting an upgraded peg yields times 2 value per peg rarity. Okay. You have a lot more upgraded pegs here. We have 3 times 4s now. Let's see. Asteroid spawn rate. But when we warp, we aren't able to clear them fully yet. I think damage is going to be useful. Some extra fuel so we can stay there longer. And then let's go. Let's get it. Okay, now we're running out of asteroids, but this is the first sector. Warp speed. Legendary. Wow, that's a lot of keys. Let's get it. Gold ores. Then another key over here. Wow, that one, what was that one? What was that one asteroid? It gave us all gold. That is crazy, dude. So I kind of understand the game loop for this now. Seems pretty interesting, actually. Legendary. Or hitting an upgraded yields times 2 value per peg. The rarity of... Oh, okay. So the rarity of... the quality of these cards for Plinko doesn't necessarily multiply the do an increased times 2 or times 3 or times 4, something like that. What it instead does is it increases the number of pegs that could be upgraded. These are fine. Upgrades are always welcome. Okay. And then, well, yeah, that was a lot. Wow. You have so much gold now. Okay. That one's maxed. Asteroid spawn rate. Fuel. I would like more fuel. I would like to stay in the game a bit longer. The refuel is pretty interesting. Increases ore processing speed by 10% per level. What does ore processing speed mean? I don't know. What does that mean? But I'm curious. Copper asteroids. Explosion radius. Okay. Let's move on to... Oh, I'm not going to get that gold nugget. Uncommon sector. Sure. Let's get these because they contain loot box... the keys to loot boxes. There we go. Gold ore. Okay, we still got the gold. There are a lot more ores here. Copper, I think. What's this black one? What's interesting about these plinko things is that when ores bounce off them, the multiplier comes in. Not to mention these multipliers over here. Epic. Upgrades the rarity of 4 random plinko pegs. Okay. Wow. +5 multiplier. Which one is it now? Oh, there we go. We have a ×9 now. ×6, ×9. Speed. Gain a luck boost every 5 sectors, increasing the chance of rare sectors. Every 5 sectors. Does that mean per session? Or it just counts? This session is sector 1, and then if you boost into another sector, the sector 2, and then is it cumulative like that? Or is this just one continuous session? I don't know. Let's max out the processing speed. Yeah. Increase collection radius. Oh yeah, that's going to be really useful. Open 1 extra loot box simultaneously per level. What is simultaneous? Does it matter? Let's go with speed with more fuel first. So the longer we can farm out there. What I like about these upgrades so far is they don't incrementally, they make sense. Haha, see what I did there? Uncommon. It's all good. Loot box. But they feel very welcome. Wow, you missed that twice, bro. Incrementally, they make sense because you instantly feel the upgrade. Sometimes in incremental games, it can feel a bit grindy, where it takes a while for the upgrades to actually feel like they've done something. Okay, yeah. Open 2 loot boxes at the same time. Oh, I thought it... That's weird. Anyway. Ooh, rare. I try to open them very quickly so that while the ores are still being processed, there's still a high chance that they'll get hit by the upgraded plinkos and the upgraded multipliers here. Look at this gold one. Wow. Bouncing off of things. 5% chance to spawn a mining laser anytime an asteroid takes damage. Ooh, okay. This one is interesting. Spawn a mining laser. And it's damage based. It's not when the asteroid explodes. We'll get this. 50% chance to spawn a new missile when a missile hits its target. That one's pretty good. I went with that. Sure. Definitely considering... Let's get to 2,000. I want to see what that looks like. 2,000. Gold ore, thank you. Warp speed. Common sector. You have to be careful here because I can't get... Oh, okay. Wow, those extra missiles. Nice. I wonder if we'll get to 2K on this one. Attack speed of all guns by 20. Not sure if we'll get to 2000. That's okay. I'm gonna play again. Start an expedition. I really want to see that laser. Because the laser does not require that you destroy the asteroid, but just hit it. Okay? Even it is only a 5% chance, but that's fine. Nice. There's another sector. Legendary. Oh, wow. We still got it. Okay. Ah, there we go. 2 loot boxes at the same time. Now we're at 2K. Laser. Gain 0.1 fuel for each ore collected. Restore fuel with each warp. Wow, that one's interesting. Open 1 extra loot box simultaneously per level. I wonder why that matters. This one, since we aren't... So it seems like we can go through to 3 sectors. Sector 1 where you land. Sector 2 when you do a warp drive. And then another one. We just did our 3rd one. So it seems to suggest that if we get to 5 sectors, there's a luck boost. Fuel capacity. It's always nice. And then blast radius for that one. We'll clear this one out. And then move on to these. The upgrades feel very unique, actually. And useful. Oh, there we go. The laser. Ah, another laser. Remember that the laser does not require the asteroid to die, but just get hit. Warp drive. Let's go. Rare. A rare sector. Okay, now we can warp drive again. Uncommon. Okay, got another key. It's nice. Another warp drive. Epic. Another key. These loot boxes are kind of essential to grow our Plinko. AoE. There we go. Nice. Warp drive again. Oh, I didn't have enough fuel. That's a lot of... I think we filled it to about 30% of the way. It's only 200. Let's do it. 100% asteroid spawn rate. But I feel like we could use some more damage right now because when we get into the next sectors, they seem quite tough. Takes us a while. Increase fuel by plus 10. Yeah, fuel is good. Okay, warp speed. So this is, sorry, this is sector 0. Ah, there's a counter. That's nice. It's going to be helpful. Makes it visually clear that you remember that luck stat after every 5 sectors. Okay, warp speed now. We're at the second one, which is nice. The difficulty has definitely increased every time you move into a new sector. But I think the rewards are also much bigger, much better in quality, it seems. So Sector 3 is kind of our limit right now. I think we should move back to Sector 2 and farm as much as possible. Because despite the rewards on, sorry, Sector 0, 1, and 2, we're up to Sector 2 right now. Despite the rewards of Sector 2 looking pretty good, we aren't able to farm a lot of them just because we don't have enough damage for it. So we'll stay with Sector 1 and we'll see what happens. Adds an additional gun to your ship. Each gun drains fuel per shot. So fuel will be reduced fuel drain by 5% per level. Oh, actually, if you look at the counter here, it's still on. So that probably means that it's not on the run. It's just based on the number of sessions you've had. And I'll take it. Probably misunderstood that one. It was not very clear to me. Okay, nice. Farming a lot here. It would be nice if we had some kind of drone that would collect the ores. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and warp drive because that's the 5th sector. Rare. Okay. Ah, and looks like we have the damage for this now. Do we move on to the next one? Not sure. Ooh. Good AoE from that space mine. Ah, let's try it. Let's move on to the next sector. Sector 3. Yeah, even the basic ores. They take a lot of energy now. I think we'll stay here. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still processing. That's a lot. A lot of ores there. We have a times 12, a times 10, times 11. Okay. There's still a times 1 though. Well, it is random. It does take a while to process. Add an additional gun to your ship. This would make farming sector 3 much easier. But it's 10,000 though. I wonder how far we will get based on just this batch. This Blinko thing, it's like a game within a game. To be fair, Plinko is an actual game by itself. But this is an interesting combination of that concept. We're up almost 8K. Wow. Really? Okay. How far are we from the next gun? What do we want to do here? I think we can go 10 damage per level. Increases damage of all guns. Yeah. Interesting. Advanced weaponry, and this one is maxed. I feel good about that one. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Ooh, there's a box. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Sector 2, rare. Nice. These already feel pretty tough. Do we want to move on to the next sector? Look, I'm not having an easy time clearing these. So I wonder if it's worth staying here and just farming. Because the level of difficulty will increase as the next sector goes. I think I'll stay here. My gut tells me to kind of keep farming here. Damage of all guns. Fuel seems really important. We still have there's only one area here that's times 1. Damage. We might be able to get a level 3 here. And then I'm just gonna start the next expedition. I want to wait out. I don't want to wait for that. I don't feel like I need to. Let's warp. Warp again. Now we're at the 5th. Yeah. Nice. Space mines are doing their thing. I think we're clearing most of the asteroids here. I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay. Wow, we're also clearing that very quickly. Let's warp drive. Oh wow, these are tough now. Yeah, it probably ends here. We'll probably get this third gun now. I've noticed that after a while, the keys to loot boxes have kind of reduced. Haven't really appeared that much anymore, which is fine. This is the end of the demo. Thanks for playing. Aw, Mom. But yeah, so far this game's pretty good. I'll just make sure to complete this damage. See how far we can take this. 2,500. I think we'll have enough for it. Let's wait for the rocks or the ores to get processed. We'll take that. That's maxed. Looks like it's just the damage now. 3,000. Do we still have enough? We might. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get to 3K. It's because of the Plinkos, I think. Oh, there we go. We already hit it. So this is the end game. Interesting skill tree, to be honest. I like the upgrades that they all provided. They all felt very meaningful. I have to admit that sometimes the aiming of these guns kind of feel weird though. Maybe that's intentional. Maybe having it miss every now and then feels like there's some kind of skill or challenge component to it. But it's definitely less within our. It's something that's less of our control. But it just feels bad when it misses so sometimes 2 or 3 times in a row. Move on to the next one. Got a key. 2 keys. Three keys. I'm gonna warp to the next one. It's probably gonna be a lot harder. Okay. Yeah, I think this one is where we'll stay. We're about to run out of fuel anyway. Four loot boxes at once. Should mean that all of the Plinkos get upgraded while these are still stacking. Times 15. Times 17. The lowest we have is times 3. I think we've maxed out everything. This is 100,000. Probably not gonna get there for now. On to the next one. Nice. So apparently the missiles can also proc the laser from what I could see, which is great. Although we have to keep in mind that the lasers, the missiles themselves are proc by death of an asteroid, whereas the lasers are proc by hits on an asteroid. So that can still work. They have some level of synergy. Do I want to leave? Kind of less than 50% fuel. I think we'll just stay here. You could technically 100% this demo by making sure every Plinko is upgraded. Yeah, that one. It seemed like we were very close, and then all guns miss. Just feels weird. Epic. 2 keys. 3 keys. 4 keys. That's nice. Sector 4. Look at this huge boulder. Oh, is that a bug? Look, the life bar has stayed here. Yeah, that's a weird one. Bugged out. I think that was the first time we saw that huge asteroid. Maybe that's why. There's a bug there somewhere. Epic. There it is again. It's a shame we don't have enough fuel to get to at least fight that one. 6 loot boxes at the same time. Okay. I wonder if the rest of the ores we gathered in the previous one were fully processed by the time we had begin expedition. Is there is that a is that bad practice? Do we really have to wait for all these ores to get processed? Otherwise, they'll be wasted. I wonder about that. It's unfortunate we don't have access to any more attack speed or damage. But for a demo, this is pretty good. And I'm honestly surprised about the level of care that demos have these days and the amount of thought and mechanics that are already present in them. It's pretty interesting. I mean, I started playing games when Super Mario was a thing, the Super Mario Brothers, and that was already a full game. Some of these games feel like that in terms of mechanics and overall feel, completeness. So I'm honestly appreciative of a lot of these demos. They allow us to try game mechanics. Are we interested in the game itself? While almost providing a near full game experience. And also, I think I want to appreciate the devs because someone really has to believe in their game idea, their game concept, mechanics, whatever they're thinking about, to be able to invest time, energy, money into it so that they can see it into an actual game. It takes a lot of guts to test the waters. I believe Sector 5 is the limit. That's when we start seeing the huge asteroid again. What we'll consider the boss asteroid. There it is. We can just about see it. Fortunately, we don't have enough fuel anymore to fight it. Hmm. I think there will be one more run. But I wonder about that. If I hit begin expedition here, will all of these ores still get processed or will they be removed or deleted somewhere? Wow, we're very close to 100K. Let's see if we can get to Sector 5 as fast as possible. Okay, we're at sector 4. Excuse me, I meant sector 4. Okay, here's the big one. Oh, wow. I thought for sure we still had fuel. Yeah, I think this is it. By the time these will all be processed, we will have hit 100K dollars. Times 31. Our lowest is times 7 as a multiplier. There, oh, there we go. That's it. This is the end of the demo. Thanks for playing. Very interesting. So let's bring it in. Here are some maybe final thoughts from me. This is a very interesting game, and it combines a lot of good elements. Every upgrade feels like it's meaningful. It actually changes how I feel like the progress of the game has been made. It's not too fast, not too slow. So that's why I say it's meaningful upgrades. And then in terms of uniqueness of the skill tree, I like it. I know what I'm expecting from most of them. There are some weird things that I eventually figured out. For example, open +1 extra loot box simultaneously per level. Why would that be useful? I know what it does, but in terms of impact, what does that really mean for me and, well, when I play this game? Then let's see. I think was there another one? There was one regarding, I thought I knew where it was. Hmm. See if we can find it. Oh, this one. Lucky sector. This one, I understand what it's saying, but in terms of how do I did not know that the sectors would be counted even after a session or a run. So I didn't know that it could progress like that. I thought it had to be one session where I had to go through 5 sectors. Apparently that wasn't the case, which makes it easier for me. And then there's a counter here that, so I don't have to think about, oh, how many times have I entered, how many sectors have I already entered before I gain the luck passive. But I think it could have been clearly explained. But other than that, solid game. Solid game. Definitely worth checking out. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.